Hello viewers, you're welcome to my channel. Today I'm just doing some revisions with the GCEs, and I decided that I should also do the revisions with you guys. Okay, so I'm your tutor Patrick Divine, and I'm doing the questions that mostly come and they don't miss. Okay, so you find these questions as you write your exams, not that those that are writing their exams. Okay, so these are the questions on calculus. Calculus never misses. Make sure that you understand what I'm going to do. For you to understand, for you to watch this video without any inconvenience, you can download the video and watch offline. Okay, so make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you are new. Let's solve these questions. Okay, so this is a question on calculus. I got it from a past paper. So it's saying that this is a question 1, question 2 here. So this question is saying that determine the equation of the normal. Okay, so determine the equation of the normal to the curve. This is the curve. Okay, this is the curve. This is the equation of the curve. All right, that passes through the point 3,7. Okay, the equation of the normal. So one thing about the equation of the normal, what you need to understand, you learned coordinate geometry, right? And there was where you said the equation, find the equation of that is perpendicular, the equation that is perpendicular to the equation that you have been given. So the equation of the normal, it is the same as the equation that is perpendicular. That is what they are talking about. So that equation, it uses the gradient, which is m2. Okay, the gradient that it uses, it is what? m2. That is what you need to do. That is what you need to know. Okay, the gradient that it uses, it's m2. And how do you find the gradient m2? You find it by the formula m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to what? -1. So this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, so let's solve. So let's start with question 1. So our question one, this is the equation that we have. This is calculus. All right, so question 1, we have the equation y is equal to 2x to the power 3 minus 3x minus 2. That is the equation that we have. Okay, all right, so now here, to determine the gradient, okay, to determine the gradient, if you want to find the gradient of this equation, because you have the points, right? You have the points and you need to find the gradient. Okay, so what you're supposed to do for you to find the gradient m2, okay, so you need first to find the gradient m1, because it is saying that the formula is m1 m2 is equal to -1. So for you to find m1, okay, you need to differentiate this equation. Okay, you need to differentiate this equation that we have here. So you're going to say dy dx, we are differentiating this, is equal to, when you're differentiating this, it means that you subtract 1. Okay, you need to multiply this 3 by that. Okay, then you subtract 1 from it. Okay, so the formula for differentiation, it is nax to the power n minus 1. This nax, this is just nax, nax to the power n minus 1. So this is the power, n is the power, n is the power. Okay, n is the power, a, it is the coefficient. Okay, so here what we are supposed to do is n is the power. So if you look at n multiplied by the coefficient, which is a, then x to the power n minus 1. So this is what we are going to do here. So we are going to say 3 times 2. So 3 times 2, it is what? It is 6. So we are going to say 3 times 2 x to the power 3 minus 1. So this is the formula that I wrote. Let me write it nicely. So we have 3 times 2, then x to the power what? 3 minus 1. So this is what you're supposed to do. Then here there is power 1. So even if you multiply this to the power 1, it's just one and the same. So you say negative 1, okay, 1, this is 1, multiplied by 3x to the power, there is 1 minus 1. Okay, then this, there is nothing there, so you just leave it. This is a constant, you just leave it like that. So you say equals 3 times 2, that is what? That is 6x. Then 3 minus 1, that is 2. Then there is minus here. 1 times 3, that is just 3. Okay? 3. Now what you need to know is that this is x. So this is just x, right? So mean that there is x. 1 minus 1, it is 0. Okay? 1 minus 1 is 0, and any number to the power 0 is what? Is 1. So mean that there is 1 multiplied by 3. 3 times 1, just 3. So mean that it is going to be just 3 here, like that. So the first thing is to differentiate the equation, okay? Is to differentiate the equation. So we have differentiated the equation. For you to find now the gradient m1, okay? So for you to find the gradient m1, what you are supposed to do is to get the value of x that you have been given in these coordinates, okay? So you have been given that this is x comma y. So the value of x is what? Is 3, okay? X comma y. So this is x comma y, okay? So this is the value of x. You get the value of x. You put in the equation that you've differentiated, okay? So where there is x, you put this x there. So this is what you do to find m1. So you say m1 is equal to 6. Where there is x, you put the value of x, which is 2, which is 3 to the power 2, then 3. That is going to be like that. Then m1 is going to be 6 multiplied by 3 to the power 2. That is what? 9 minus 3. So this is paper 2. You are using a calculator. Don't even worry yourself. So you can say 6 times 9, then minus 3. Okay, you're doing it with the calculator. So you're going to say m1 is equal to what? 51. That is m1. Okay, that is what? M1. And I said that if you want to find m2, okay, this equation that we're supposed to find, it uses the gradient m2, okay, gradient 2. So for you to find gradient 2, the gradient that equation uses, for you to find gradient 2, you say m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1. This is the formula that I gave you. So then m1, you have this is m1, which is 51, okay, times what? m2 is equal to -1. So what you do, you just have to divide both sides by 51, okay? So meaning that m2 is equal to what? -1 over what? 51. So this is the gradient that you're supposed to use, m2. Okay, so that is what you're supposed to do. Let me just try to create some space here. Let me try to create some space. And now, you know the formula for the equation. So you have the coordinates. These are the coordinates that you have been given. These are the coordinates. You have 3, 7. Okay, so this is x1, y1. So when you are given the equation and when you are given the value, the coordinates and the gradient, you know what to do. So this is what you're supposed to do. The equation of the line, the formula is y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1, like that. Okay, so you know that y minus y1, you know that y1 is 7, so you just put the 7 there, is equal to m. You know that m, this is the m2 that you're supposed to use now. This equation uses the equation of the normal, just know that it uses m2, gradient 2, and the gradient 2 that we had found, it is negative 1 over 51, so just get negative 1 over 51, open bracket, x minus, what is x1? So x1 is 3, so you just put the 3 there. Then you say y minus 7 is equal to this negative 1 times negative 1 over 5 times x, so that is going to be negative 1 over 51 x. Then negative times negative, that is going to give you positive. Then this times that, this is going to be 1 times 3, that is going to be 3, okay, over 51, like that. Then here you're trying to make y as the subject of the formula, so what you do is y is equal to, the 7 comes this side, so it becomes, this is negative 1 over 51 x plus 3 over 51, then this is negative 7, when it comes this side it becomes positive 7. Okay, then these are actually like terms, so you just do that. So this is just 51 to 51, that is 51, that is 1, then 1 times 3, that is going to be 3, plus 1 into 51, that is 51. Then you are using a calculator, don't even stress. So you say 51 times 7, so it is going to it's going to give 3. 51 times 7 is going to give you 357. 357. Okay, so 357 plus 3, I'm just adding here, 357 plus 3, that is going to be 360, right? So it's going to give you the equation to be y is equal to negative 1 over 51, okay, over 51 plus, so it is going to be what, 360, it is going to be, oh, there is x here, don't forget, this is supposed to have, this is x, then plus 360 over 51, then this is the equation of the normal. Okay, so that is what you are supposed to do when you are told to find the equation of the normal. So one thing that you need to know is that the equation of the normal uses the gradient m2. Okay, the gradient m2, that is what to use. So if you want to find the gradient m1, what you're supposed to do is to differentiate the equation, insert or substitute the value of x in the equation to find gradient m1. Okay, then you find the equation. So that is what you do. This question is coming, okay, it always comes, so they'll just change numbers, change coordinates, but everything will come like that. So also this question, don't miss, integration, don't miss. Okay, this other question that we are going to solve doesn't miss in the exam, you'll find it. Okay, so this question is saying that evaluate this, so they just want you to integrate this one. Okay, just find the integral of this is what they want you to do. So the integral of this, you're going to say you know, you need to integrate this, which is here, so you're going to say is equal to you're going to say is equal to what, the integral of what is inside here, so is x to the power what, 2, you just add 1. Okay, just add 1, then you get this same one, you just put it down here, that's going to be 2 plus 1, then minus, you continue, this is 2x. Okay, here it's power 1. Okay, so what you are going to say is 1 plus, you just add in 1. Okay, So what is here, you just put it here, 1 plus 1, then minus, this is 3. So just know that this has it has x, but there is power 0. Okay, so because 3 to the power, this is x to the power 0, that is why it is like this, because any number to the power 0, it is 1. So 1 times 3, that is just 3. So what you're supposed to do is just to add a 1. That is your duty here, is to add 0 plus 1. When you are doing integration is adding a 1. Differentiation is subtracting a 1. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to do. Then you say equals 2 plus 1, that is 3. So mean that we have x to the power 3, then over what? Over 3, minus, this is just 2x to the power 2 over 1 plus 1, that's 2. Then minus, this is going to be 3x. 0 plus 1 is 1, so it's to the power 1. Okay, so it's to the power 1. So even here, over 1. So 1 into that, it is just 1. Okay, it is just 3. So here now you just say is equal to so just have to divide. Okay, so you just have to divide. So 3 into that, you can't divide these. So here the 2 goes with that 2, then it will be like that. It will be like this, just x. Okay, to be x squared. Then this, it will be like that. Let me just write it properly. So it is going to be x squared minus 3x, like that. Okay, I'm just trying to create some space here. I just divided this 2 into that. The 2 goes with that, the 1 goes with that 1. So that's what I've just done. So from here, these which are here now, you need to use them. Okay, what you're supposed to do, you need to use them. This is 1 here. So 1, put it in this value of x. Okay, this 1, put it in the value of x, minus this 0, put it in the value of x. So what you are supposed to do, let's get 1 first. So we get this, what we have, this 1. So we are going to say, so where there is x, just put 1. That is what I've said. You get the 1 there, you put where there is x. So you're going to say it is going to be 1 to the power 3, right? Then over what? Over 3, minus x, there is, here we put 1, okay, to the power 2, then minus 3 multiplied by 1, like that. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to do. Then just subtract. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do. You need to subtract. Okay, now where there is x, here you just get the same equation. Where there is x, just put 0 here. We have used 1, so we need to use 0, but here you need to subtract. So where there is x here, just put 0. So it will be 0 to the power 3, then over what? Over 3, minus 0 to the power 2, minus 3 multiplied by 0, like that. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to do. So 1 to the power 3, 1 to the power 3 is just the same as 1 times 1 times 1. So 1 to the power 3, it is going to give you what? It is going to give you 1. So it is 1 over 3. Then minus 1 to the power 2 is just 1. Then 3 times 1 just 3. So negative 3 times 1 is just 3. So it will be negative what? Negative 3. Here when you square 0, it's just 0. You divide 0, 0, 0. So everything here will be what? Will be 0. Okay? So everything here will be 0. So it will be just like this minus 0. And it doesn't mean anything. So what you do, you just have to do this. You do that. So if you want, you can use a calculator, or you can just solve like that, So you just say over 3, that is the common denominator. You say 3 into 3, that's 1. 1 times 3, that is just 1. Minus 1 into 3, that is 3. 3 times 1, that is 1. Oh, that is 3, like that. Minus 1 into 3, that is 3. 3 times 3, that is 9, like that. Then it's equal to, 1 minus 3, it is just negative 2. Then negative 2 plus 9, that is negative 11. Okay, so negative 11 over 3. This is the answer. So you are using a calculator, you can even say is equal to 11 divided by 3. The answer is 3.6. So whenever you are doing this, just round it off to 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. 3 important numbers. 1, 2, 3. And this, if it is above 4, then you get 1, you add this. So it will be what? 3.67, like that. So you can leave it this way or that way. You're going to get the marks. So that's how you are going to solve this in an exam. So this is coming. Thank you for watching. I've been your tutor, Patrick Divine. If you need tuitions, online tuitions or physical tuitions for those that are in Kabwe, you can contact me on 0975 334 That is my WhatsApp line. So for those that want GCE tuitions, for those that are internal, you can contact me on that same one. We start tuitions. Okay, thank you for watching. I've been your tutor, Patrick Divine.